filters. Noise gate. Let's use the default one. See how this one goes. Oh no, it does not. I don't know if it's in this direction.
I mean, if Frank can do loading, I can do during the game because I don't know. It's not going to be longer than like her. I don't know. It might be actually.
Okay. Okay. Found it. So it's this one. Test 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay, it's that one. I found it. Perfect.
Jason, it's happening.
I was just looking at my filters so they don't record all the fucking nothing. Now let me look at Twitch chat. So we are live. Let me see if scaling is correct. Everything seems to be working just fine. Perfect.
Oh, not the live Twitch chat.
This.
D.
What's he saying? Oh wait, just. There's too much text in. Okay. Check this bad boy out, boys. How about that?
Yeah, gotta go to you gotta go to casting lounge.
Yes.
I'll join you, but I'll meet myself. And if you want me to jump in during the game itself, then I can do that.
What do you want? The twin? Hello? Hello? Not connecting to you. Discord is being a bitch. Test 1, 2, 3. Hello? Okay, this one's working. There we go. Twitch calls. Discord died on us as well. Oh yeah, no, don't worry, boys. I need to mute League Client. The ping sound is already annoying me. Where are you, League Clients? Volume mixer, League Clients. Ping. Adios. Okay, boys. Hello, Jedi. Well, not the professional stream as you expected, at least when it comes to casting. But don't worry, boys. At least it looks good. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
So let's look at our beautiful intermission screen right there and transition this beautiful lady. There we go, boys. As you can see, today we got an exciting game coming up. It's going to be none other than the CE Mist lineup facing off against the Overstorms team. And as always, boys, everybody's excited. We are ready for the virtual draft. So let's just quickly have a look in Twitch chat and see what you guys are doing. Things working just fine.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, I'm back. Woo! Disgusting fucking Discord, man, honestly. Okay, alright. Cool.
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are live. Everything is working just fine.
And you're slagging off Discord. And I need shops.
It's not my problem. I can subscribe to myself for free.
Gotcha.
Alright. That's unlucky. Okay, alright. So we have who are we casting tonight? We're casting
CE Mist versus Overstorms, exactly.
Yeah. Cool, our own team. Nice. Like good pick. Don't know a lot about our own team actually.
Well, we can have a look at really quick the current standings, since there's not been that much happening. We are only in the week 2 of the TG Diamond League Season 4, and as you can see, boys, there's already been a few games played, but CE Mist is in the top there as well, but all, of course, are very, very close. Since there's only been 1 week of games, that means like max like 2, even 1 games, but yeah, both groups on your screen right now. If Twitch chat is there, please say hi. We want to test this. Like, you can just do a test 1, 2, 3, and I'll be happy. All I want to see is if everything works. Hola, amigo. Yes. And then... What else?
Alright, seems to be working.
Yeah.
So Overstorms and Mist both on 2 points. I do believe that they have pushed forward one of the games already, and the second game has been pushed by their opponents. So we'll be seeing quite some points coming in soon. The season itself is not going to be too long because we've gotten 6 teams on 2 different groups right now. And now we're looking at Group A. There are some pretty strong.
Oh, I think he just died on us again. Goodbye, Twin. Yeah, there's some pretty strong teams, is what he wanted to say. As well as now we are waiting for Overstorms, I think, to ready up. Or is it CMist? One of the teams has not readied up yet on the virtual draft. And then, as that has happened, we can start. Look at... Okay, this seems to be working. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Just chill in our lounge for now until everything is working. I pressed ready, waiting for Mist. Okay, so Mist are we waiting for? Aha. Okay. Test on 2T, adjacent password for everything, you just have to know. Yeah, Jetty, I believe that is my password for everything indeed. One of the teams is not ready. There we go, finally. Okay, let's have a look at the...
Going to be Oriana.
Oh, your Twin is back as well. Hello, welcome back.
And so the first ban for Overstorms coming out, and it's going to be Echo. Oh, we got the second ban coming out from Mist. Wonder what they're going to do. Have they actually looked at Overstorms and what they play? I haven't, so this is a completely new draft to me.
Aha. Okay. EMS does not have a logo. Aha. Jetty, are you still here, my friend? I'll just use the connecting esports one for now, but yes.
Oh, I have a logo for you. Like.
It's okay. Yo.
It's not. It's black. Herb. Second band's coming out. Mist going for Fiora and Kled for Overstorms. Third band's going to be Graves. Alright, I like those bands. They are pretty good. And Silas coming out from the side of Overstorms. Both of these big high priority bands versus comfort bands, in my opinion. Not entirely sure, as again, as I said, like what they are actually playing. But we do have a set open, and we got a lot of other champions open that are very high priority. It might be a Maokai coming out. Maokai has been consistently good at the top side. Very strong overall, have good presence for the team fighting as well, and just overall bully on the lane. So they might actually want to pick this up first if they do have to, but it is going to be a set instead. So there is the Mist lock-in. First pick is going to be set. Now we got 2 picks for the side of Overstorms. They might go for the AD carry support now. Immediately Ezreal locked in. Yuumi is open. Yuumi has a really high win rate right now. Really good on Ezreal, being able to be safe and whatnot. They might actually want to pick that up as well.
Oh, go.
taking their sweet ass time.
Excuse me, holy.
If you're not familiar with our system, we do have a betting system which will open up as soon as the draft is over. It looks like they might want to go for...
Oh, I think that is Discord dying on Twin again. But don't you worry, child. I got you, boys. So yeah, the Javan is the hover right now from Overstorms. And we have seen CE Mist not in the TG Diamond League yet, but Overstorms you're pretty familiar in the previous seasons. Always lovely guests to have around. And if they looked in this Javan, that might be a very strong pick all around. And remember, the Javan is a good all-rounder in the early game. Can pull off a level 2 gank, for example. But also is a Gragas, very, very strong jungler. And they indeed look into Gragas. So right now, that leaves CE Mist in a position of either countering the jungle ADC matchup or picking themselves anything else. But as they have already blind picked the top laner, said, can also be flexed still. I would believe that they go for the ADC as well right now. Otherwise, they will get target banned in the second rotations on that role. Then again, what you really want to take away right now is maybe the Yuumi. I don't know how the pick ratio and ban ratio on that one is right now in the meta. But the Ezreal Yuumi used to be a very strong hold on the bottom lane. You have a gambling problem? Yes, that we all do. They go for the Nautilus, actually very strong support pick. Paired up with what they have already. It looks to me like a good CC combination already. Like you have the Elise Cocoon, which is one of the longest stuns when it comes to travel time. The point and click Nautilus ultimate, as well as the follow-up Q and the auto attack from his passive, all of that. So a lot of CC already coming down, and they pick the Cassiopeia into that. So not the safest mid laner, but a good scaling champion. And more of a comfort pick if you're very familiar with the champion, of course. If not, it might be a bit of a hassle because there are some counters to Cassiopeia, especially early on. Now, with that being said, we will be entering the second ban phase here. TG Diamond League CE Mist versus Overstorms. And they decide to take out the Fiora, what am I saying? The Misfortune here. So indeed going for those ADC bans as predicted previously. And CE Mist now in charge of the next ban. Most likely what you still have open is top laner, so you want to ban away a few top lane matchups maybe that would endanger the set of getting his good start off. Like Renekton is not a common counter since it kind of loses as well if you have a really good set. But there's a few top laners that, for example, can bully set or like stay even in lane. So you might be looking to take that away from the enemy team here. In the meantime, we will be updating. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so the karma taken off the board here by CE Mist. Rather thinking about support champions here than actual top laners. And the Yasuo feels like a target ban towards the mid lane here, and especially against the Cassiopeia. which of course then is not anything bad or weird. Actually, what I expected. Yes, I'm aware that you guys can't hear me, but it's difficult. Oh, hello.
PogChamper.
I can hear Jet. Hello, Jet.
Could you?
Oh, you can hear me now too. Yes, we
Oh,
have
yes.
finally maybe able to be fixing it. I've been casting like solo for a while actually. Where before realizing you didn't even hear me. I Renekton and Karma being locked in together with the Yasuo, and that was the pick on Overstorms side. Yeah, again they went for a mid lane and a KD carry as predicted, as I predicted, even though you didn't hear that. I hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, we can hear you now. I'll tell you.
Okay, good.
I mean,
Alright.
you will not hear me tell you, but the stream will know.
Yeah.
24. There we go.
Okay, Morgana locked in, and now it's the turn of Mist. What are they going to pick as an AD carry? What do you think, Jason?
Well, to be fair, I'm not too common with the AD carry meta right now, but looking at this right now with MF off the table and the Ezreal picked up, there's still, I don't know if Aphelios is still a thing, but that was one of the things, and the other thing would have been the AP carry. So like the Syndra Harvey actually tells me that could be a flex pick, but with the next pick being revealed as well, that might not even be the Syndra bot lane.
I mean,
And
it
Syndra
could be a
Morgana.
Syndra Nautilus is worth picking up in my opinion. But against the Morgana Ezreal, I don't think you're gonna do that much. So they might actually want to pick an AD carry up, and I think that is going to be either a Saya or a Callista as we see it right now. They're thinking about it. They're taking a long time right now, but they wanna do this right. I would imagine from both sides. Lucian being hovered as well. I don't like that pick that much. Saya is really strong, in my opinion, and really good for their team. But they might as well just go for comfort. And that guy has 80% win rate on Lucian. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay. He's trolling me, and he picks up Jin. All right, we got the last pick now for Overstorms. Almost a 5-minute, 5-minute raw phase, but you know, all good.
Interesting. People already trying to bet over here, even though that is not possible just yet. Wait a bit longer, boys. Betting will be opening as soon as the virtual draft is over.
And don't forget, we have all these goodies and commands and whatnot. You can do a duel, you can do a betting, you can hype up people and go on a scavenger hunt. Yeah, just the regular things that the Streamlabs offers us as a moderated command.
Yes.
It's all you can do with the connectors, guys. So if you have a lot of connectors, go for it. Do your bets, duel each other, have fun with it.
Overstorms thinking long and hard about this last pick here.
Yeah. First they were talking about first they were talking so much about that Mist was taking their sweet ass time. And now they're doing it themselves. Already crossing the 90-second mark there.
Only bet.
I did believe we said we should probably put that in the rules that they have to do at least 90 seconds, but I think we forgot about that, Jason.
Yeah, I said it at the end of the season, but I think we forgot to put it in. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all cool. Is this going to be a cannon? A lot of AP here. It is. Okay, they lock it in. All right. I mean, so far, if I'm looking at like the statistics, I believe that Mist has outdrafted Overstorms. But Overstorms, I've seen their plays, and they're pretty good. So they might actually just go for like their comfort picks and execute a certain composition that they have been trying to practice, or they just want to practice over here. That's also possible. We never know. At least we are going into the game now, I believe.
Yes.
And the betting system should be
Live already.
live already.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Right into the champion selection. So let's have a look at this really quick. Champion selection, here we go. As you can see, it's the TG Diamond League, of course, brought to you by Connecting Esports. And yeah, now we will be revealing this pick and bans for all of the Does he remember what to ban? Or okay, all of the teams, and the positions will be revealed as well. But I think it was pretty clear which champion goes where. And the cannon versus the set is the one lane I'm not too sure about how this one will turn out, since the cannon is kind of a ranged bully in the top lane. But yes, looking forward to that one. In the meantime, let's have a look at Daddy. What are you betting on? Wait, Jet, did you bet or did it just... Oh, it did, yeah. 640 on blue. Okay, Jet, I'm believing here in the CE Mist lineup and pick and ban. But yeah, what do you think is this lineup, this matchup in the top lane, Twin? Hello, Twin? Can you hear me? That is a big question. Discord die on us again.
Yeah, I think Discord is a big poo-poo player today.
At least Jed is here. So Jed, what do you think about Set and Cannon?
I mean, Cannon's just got that AP potential, but Set has always got that ability to kind of bonk you on the head. I mean, for me, it's about the ability of this Cannon to kind of, you know, duke the set, farm up, and make the smart play. You know, once he's got the 6, maybe look for a smart gank from this Gragas. If the set is pushing up in lane, maybe you can get that, you know, that kind of Gragar behind him, maybe force him to kind of jump under that, maybe get his flash out. Or, you know, it's a weird one. It's one that I've not seen for quite a while, actually.
Yes. Well, the interesting part is also going to be, first of all, thank you so much for the follow. That was not what I was going for, but the real deal, that it's not a follow, that is a resubscription coming through here by Andy. Much appreciated, my man. As always, welcome to the chat. And the first subscription of Season 4. What a way to go. Interesting.
Naughty boy mid lane.
Yeah, Jet, if you'll tune into the stream right now, I have a few things to point out. So,
Yeah.
You see this beautiful circle there?
Yes.
It is nearly perfect at the end of the lock-in phase. Thank you so much for the follow, Mr. Darkin. But during the pick and ban phase, the circle is not, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be having a look at it later on, but I think it is actually good. If you guys like the new overlays and everything, make sure to hit up at Jadlam in the Twitch chat, as well as on Discord, and dropping a bit fag like and thanks. As well as, of course, go down below in the social area and the panels. You can see underneath this Twitch stream, we have the panel called Socials, and there you can see his social media and just follow him. I think it's his Twitter that's connected, so just, yeah. Go saying hi.
I should probably connect one that I use.
Yes. Okay.
PogChamp. Yeah.
And now Spectre Delayed coming too, so this is the time for us to talk with you guys. So Twitch chat, not only can we see your bets now, but also can we have a look at what do you guys predict for this game? See Kenny in chat. Ice works. Is that not? It is key, is it not? Thanks so much for the follow, Mr. Max Numbers. Welcome to the CE family. I can hear Twin Type. I just cannot hear him speak. Is that normal?
Yeah, it's.
Does he not hear us?
I'm not sure whether he doesn't hear us. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe that.
he's
Ooh,
really
another follow
aggressively
coming to
hammering away at
CJ. They
those
really
keys.
appreciate your
Yes, Queen.
Willis. Keep calm and Wazo. That is a good name. I agree. But yes. Give me feedback about everything, like sound, as well as graphics, anything, boys. Like, every feedback is appreciated. Besides the one about PentaQ, we are aware. We just forgot to implement it in the rules, okay? Like, everybody take a chill pill. But yes, besides the PentaQ draft, just give us a big fat message in Twitch chat or on Discord. And
Wait, you screwed up my pentadraft.
no, the
PentaQ
timing. We just forgot to implement the rule about the timing. The E of the font
Ah, okay.
for the spectator delay looks really weird, not gonna lie.
So do you.
Yeah, I agree. So do you, Andy. Fuck you.
Font at the end of the E.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a tall E. It's like a lanky E. Like it's like the E's got a boob job. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure what you mean, but I'll agree with you. Can we do Prolove next time? No, we cannot. Thank you very much. Betting is still open.
Only PentaQ.
Only PentaQ. Only PentaQ, but we forgot. How do you take the sub back? I can help you, Andy. I'll just ban you. Does that work?
No.
No. Oh, YouTube being very late. Okay, and how bad is he? Why are you flaming them? The only thing you should be flaming right now is actually the lineup of CMS not being in order, which is one of our rules. So besides that, yeah. What happened to CE Blue?
I was like, what?
What should have happened to CE Blue? I think they are alive, and if not, then I don't know. But yeah, I don't have any updates on CE Blue. Mr. Tiger 47 Kenny X.
You're tough, Frin, but I mean, Frin.
CMS is a different team. They are not related.
No,
UGD
they
Fiesta,
sort of
indeed. We are here for the Fiesta, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, 2 seconds to go, and then we'll be seeing what these guys actually chose for wounds and summoner spells. So just give us a few seconds here as we load into the loading screen.
Yes, Queen.
Loading up now into the black screen. I really hope the in-game is all working. So if you have a look at this right now, set in the top lane as the Conqueror. Against the passive attack, actually, of the Cannon and Domination secondary, both of them running Flash TP. Syndra going with the Ignite in the mid lane, actually, and Comet facing off against the Cassiopeia with Cleanse and Conqueror. And the bottom lane will be having the ADCs running Conqueror and Jhin running the Fleet Footwork. As well, actually, also taking Cleanse, a double Cleanse on the sides of the red team, Overstorms, and the blue team went for the heal on the ADC, as well as the Exhaust on the Nautilus and Aftershock. And the Morgana also running that Exhaust and a Comet. And Elise now going for that Electrocute actually in Sorcery secondary, and as well, of course, the Gragas. What would you expect? Nothing else than the Predator. Inspiration coming through here. The super fan Gragas, nice skin. And yeah,
that's exactly what I was about to say. It's my favorite Gragas skin. 1,000 subs and I'll cut my hair and dye it like that.
I'll do it for 10, so I'm joking. But yeah. Waiting for the game to load up. There's like last second coming through. As soon as we have that ready and yes, we hope so. But chat not really giving me any intel about what they think about the matchup, even though we have 2 top lane mains in here. That's very interesting. Oh, finally loading into the game here. And there we go, loaded into the game. Let's have a look at our beautiful new in-game overlay. And there we can see already one of the things is pissing me off, but I'll fix it real quick. That is Twitch chat. Oh, not Twitch chat, chat.
Rogue Energy.
And Rogue Energy as well, yeah, but that one needs some time. No. He just... No.
Go to the left.
My directed camera's not working. Oh no.
Okay, so we got a pretty standard formation coming over from the side of Overstorms on the red side of this map. They have, of course, spotted out that Elise is walking into the hedge there. She's going to lob a spider towards the Gragas. And, yeah, she needs to just back away from that.
Hey, better.
Nothing,
there we go.
Nothing super exciting coming out so far.
Yep, it's fixed. Great. Then we check if the zoom out works still. What was it? Alt shift zoom? No, it was Control Shift zoom out. How did they fix that?
Delete system 32.
No, wait, I don't remember how this works. Oh no. And it's also capturing my mouse, which we're doing. Oh no. Working on it. There we go. That one is gone.
Okay, so both teams starting on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, both junglers actually starting, as you said, on the bottom side of the map, so that is a potential meet here at top side part. Let me look if everything works. It works perfectly. Great, cool. But yes, bottom lane actually, since they leashed, you can see our Legion missing that first minion. As well as Syndra missing the stun here in the mid lane. Oh, actually first early gank here, she skipped her blue buff and immediately went for the top side.
Oh, beautiful. And that's a lot of damage. There's about 50 HP on that cannon. Yeah. He's going to have to watch out as the Nautilus in the bottom lane gets the binding from the Morgana. Just pops the W. And walks away from that one.
Very true.
I'm not going to lie. It is mildly tilting having the Sea Mist team all out of shape and order.
Oh yeah, I agree. I forgot about that. My bad.
Not a fan.
My friends. There we go. Now it's all in order. But yes, this is why we have that rule.
Well, I'm in game, so it's not for me. I'm just gonna keep looking at this like.
You can.
That at least is like massive and like has a big hook.
Can move it around, can you not? Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yes, both junglers once again in this top side still. They have not crossed paths yet, but. Elise looking for the weak gank here, but the wave is kind of big, so they will take a lot of damage.
They're going incredibly low. The cannon will be also going taken low, and then the Gragas is running in afterwards. Oh, we get a flash out of the Elise there, and surely the first blood will go to Elise. And the cannon goes down, but this Gragas and the set there are absolutely bashing out, and the set will get the kill on the Gragas, and that's a 2-for-0 trade in favor of CE Mist.
This is what we love to see, both teams here picking up the pace as well as in the bot lane. Just some
just
trading.
A little bit of a touchy trade, yeah.
But that was beautiful in the top lane, exactly what we love to see.
I mean, that was just those two junglers. I mean, the Gragas knew exactly where the Elise was. I think he'd spotted her out on that, the ward in the tri-bush there, and just sort of positioned himself really well, just waited for that engage, and then just went, right, okay, I'm going to jump in on this, but then it wasn't a marshalling away of the cannon. They just continued the engage. So the cannon flashed away and ran down the river, and the Gragas was just kind of left behind in a 2v1 situation. So, I mean, what could have just been like a nice little shepherding away of the cannon and a decent positioning just became a bit of a slaughter. Like,
yeah, I agree. Even in the bot lane, this Jhin is not afraid of this double ranged matchup.
It's a big poke there, and the cast is moving up very high in that lane. And the Sentry's gonna chase, and they're gonna have this cast, trapped in the blue side jungle on this bottom side.
She does have flash.
Gonna run towards. She's got the flash, and no, that was nope, that was the wrong direction to go in, and she's surely just gonna go down here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why she just didn't flash over the wall.
I don't know. She could have just flashed over into the Drake pit. Maybe she didn't know whether the Jhin was trying to pincer her off there. But they did have the vision in the bush.
Yeah, so they would have seen
just
the
inside the
path.
river on both sides. So.
I agree. Yeah, we see that ward on the left-hand side. They would have spotted them moving up. But yeah, I'm rather confused to why Cassiopeia took that with pathing. Especially after...
And it's another big trade on that top lane again. That Kennen, like we said, really kind of suffering. Not really able to juke the set at the moment. And falling behind on farm. And obviously already left a kill to that guy.
Yes. Can you... you can tell her your phone's mic... Wait, what? Okay, she's not talking to me. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Right, on the top lane, as you said, this level 6 advantage here, and we see maybe another gank happening.
Yeah, the Gragas is
Widely looking
positioning around
dangerous.
that top side a lot. Yeah, I mean, the set feeling pretty confident right now. Kennen just trying to keep his nose clean and grab a little bit of farm. But if that set does kind of push up a little, then, maybe there's something to be had here. But we got the Elise coming in, and the Kennen there gets stunned, and he's just going to get absolutely slam dunked by this set. And that's another kill on to the set. Kennen goes down once again in the top lane.
Yeah, just a beautiful kill coming through here. And I was informed that our leak sounds are not very, very loud, so excuse me for doing this. But...
Well, no, but you get more Jed this way.
Exactly. No, I just turned off the... Oh, and the alert is not where it should be. It's very sad.
Ah, okay. People messing about with Jason's settings recently, hey?
Yeah, I'm not happy, but it's okay. Fix it. Fix it like you fix it. There we go.
And that Morgana, that's either a brave or stupid move to take that pink ward there.
I'll go for brave.
And she does manage to get out there. She uses a shield there, just to get away. But the Jhin, kind of closing in on that. If he'd been a little bit closer, then she might have been in trouble with the double CC. The Nautilus hook and the Jhin CC combination. If the Jhin had been a little more rapid off the mark, then we might have seen a kill there.
Yeah, but back at the action here in the mid lane, you can see Gragas hovering this lane. But overall, already a sustainable CS lead in the mid lane as well as in the top lane. And of course, also coming through, and now an invade.
That's a good binding. And there's just vision everywhere. And the Elise is going to have to run from this one. She's got a double buff though. I mean, this Gragas just looks a bit toothless at the moment. He's shaping around all of these lanes that are in, no position to action a gank. So he's kind of moving on. And then if you look, he's 32 CS behind... I'm sorry, 30 CS now behind the Elise at this point. And that's the first Drake over to the side of Sea Mist.
There you go. Drake number 1 picked up, as you mentioned. So the Wind Drake coming through here for Sea Mist. The next one being a Martin Drake, as you can see in the bottom right of your screen. And there we actually see the face check into the bush.
That was like, I mean, 1 second the Gragas is there, and 1 second, he's not. That's a big hefty guy. And surely this Cass is going to go down as well, and flatline there. Oh, she just about maybe managing to get it. No, minions. She does not. The cannon minion there with the final hit. A little bit harsh, but I mean, a little bit of a missed position there in the mid lane.
Yeah. But nice.
And 6-0 now to Sea Mist. They looking like they're building a little bit of a lead in this one.
Yeah, of course it's best of 3, so this first game is not decisive for the whole series. But there we see once again, Snake is just not welcome in his jungle.
Oh god, and the Gragas there just has to flash, but he goes down immediately again. And this Elise just dominating the jungle. This is a 5-kill Elise now.
Oh god, they're visiting the top lane.
This one. Oh, and this is a little bit of a trickier one. Oof, and we get the kill onto the Kennen, and it's unanswered. That set was a very lucky boy that he didn't get one additional tower hit. And now 8-0 over to the side of Sea Mist, Jason.
Yeah, it looks very, very one-sided. But then again, like if you look at the bot lane, Aswell is still winning somehow, even though he has the disadvantage when it comes to items. Like he just has this tier, and the BF shot on the Jhin should be doing more damage. But then of course you have Morgana to back up the damage a bit. But yeah, also this mid lane, like Flatlane is not afraid, even though he's already 0-2.
Well, but equally, like, the Elise has not been focusing this bot lane at all.
Yeah.
It's just been top, mid, top, and she's been picking up an absolute, you know, I say a buttload of farm. She's been picking up a decent amount of farm. The Gragas has somehow managed to level that one out between death timers.
Yeah, but then again, he's missing 2 levels. If you look at the level 7 Elise and level 5 Gragas, he does not even have his ultimate yet.
Still level 5. I mean, we're coming up to 11 minutes now.
As well as him losing constantly control over his jungle entrance is not being watered by his teammates either. And yeah, the Elise is just kind of doing what they want, like what she wants. She's just moving in. Hey, this is my part of the jungle. This is my camp now, and further extending the lead that she has already. You see a bit of a whoop up on this bot lane here. Overstorms trying to move in onto the CE Mist lineup.
There's no objective to be playing around here either.
They just
at the moment, it's just
hovering and vision fighting.
It's just posturing and vision, yeah. And the Morgana's just gonna keep burning down every ward she can see as the set runs away with another plate in the top lane.
Now looking at platings, you just mentioned it, so overall not a single plating going down for CE Mist in this 11 minutes, as well as in the top lane and in the mid lane and in the bot lane, all of these towers losing 1 plate at least, in the top lane even 2. And now actually,
it's a 4-plate advantage
we
at this point,
might
but I can see the set putting more chunks into the top tower.
Ooh.
And the Nautilus there getting really strong out. Surely he's going to go down there.
Yeah, Gragas ultimate.
And that was a really strong Gragas ult, yeah, just to fling the Naut into the point of no return. But the missed Nautilus hook, I mean, he decided to try and engage the Gragas rather than just fling it back behind the tower or towards the tower, which would have saved him there.
Yeah. Also even 2 out the ultimate in the end, but did not matter. And they're losing a lot of plating here in the bot lane, but they're taking it for maybe the first tower in the mid lane. Like this Herald charges, and they do win this turret race. And even in the top lane,
Morgana here.
like we see another tower going down. Set just picking that one up for free. Now, as well ultimate used to clear the wave, they really want to back. If you look at gold wise, he has 900 gold in his inventory. The Jhin has 1k as well. So both of these ADCs looking to back, and that's a flash forward by Syndra.
He's going to flash towards the Cass, and the Cass flatline surely. Yeah. There was no real
comment
answer to that.
on that one.
Yeah.
Now we see in this
And
bottom
lane
lane,
from the Syndra as well.
at least behind enemy towers, in between towers, she's in a 1v3 scenario.
The Gragas here will surely make this one untenable for her, but will she stick around to try and kill the Ezreal? No, she's going to get exhausted. Oh, she's going to go for this. Oh, she just about misses the blast cone over the wall.
These come
and
through.
the Gragas manages to get the shutdown, and we get the TP in the bot lane now, and it's a killing spree. Oh, and we get this.
Oh,
we get the Ezreal. He's going to go down
Syndra
as well,
surviving.
and the North pushing further up.
He's gonna go down.
And surely we're going to get the Gragas down as well. And the set there, who's TP'd into this, suddenly finds himself in a bit of a precarious position and decides that he's going to back away. He's going to leave that one. You know, not going to chase. He's going to respect the binding potential from the Morgana. Just come back, take another plate off this tower. And the Nautilus is in a little bit of a precarious one as well, taking a bit of damage off the Kennen. But they're just going to escape. And yeah, that was...
Started out a bit questionable, I'm not gonna lie. Like the Elise there was definitely looking in a bit of a scary positioning, but then again it turned out all right. So overall,
I don't think she spotted out the Gragas though.
Yeah,
I think she was surprised by the Gragas. She very much tried to, you know, she just tried to run away. We got TPs in. She missed the blast cone over the wall. So I mean that was the Elise gone. But then obviously. The side of CE kind of rallied around that.
Very true. Ooh, very interesting. Actually, if you look at itemization trays over here, so the Bladed Rune King on this top lane is obviously very standard, but even the Cannon is going for the blade. So he's looking to continue to trade, even went for the call, like for the scaling after all. And the next Mountain Drake here, the next Drake here being the Mountain Drake, and the set's actually flashing forward.
Flashing forward, we've got an Ocean Drake next, which means, of course, it's going to be an Ocean Soul. But first, surely we're going to get this Ezreal going down. Yeah. And kill onto the set, the Gragas there, rushing the
Yeah.
the scene.
Just a fast boy looking at
Well,
his ADC dying.
Not a
That's
chance. Yeah.
Very, very unbalanced team so far. Like, sorry, unbalanced game so far. One team very, very dominating and just more utilizing their composition, I must say. Overstorms is not looking too spicy just now, but then of course it's 15 minutes into the game, everything can still change, but there we see Cannon.
And the cannon there just jumping straight in and surely going to get picked by the Elise.
Ooh, what a
Okay,
combination.
that's a nice little combo, yeah. The little stun from the Elise followed up by the last bullet of the Jin R.
I don't think this is where Gragas wants to be, but he flashes away over the wall just to stay safe. As well as now the pressure shifting from this mid lane, after the tier 2 already falling in that one, into this top lane. Set already hammering away at the tower. Meanwhile, his team tries to secure some vision in this top side quadrant. And Morgana banning hitting, but it doesn't mean much. Now a bit of downtime coming too, as the last tier 2 standing on the bottom lane will be the next focus. You can see them clearing out the mid lane wave, transitioning into that quadrant, building up the vision like they just did for the top side. And with 2 minutes remaining on the Baron spawn, I think with the next reset coming through, that will be
the most chill, like 40 seconds of the entire game so far.
This is like, I think the only time it was this peaceful was when they were spawning and loading into the game. But yeah.
No, not even then, because I mean, you were fighting with the stream, so I mean,
True,
that was still high maintenance viewing.
Actually, talking of Steam, let's have a look at Twitch chat. I haven't looked at it at all.
Oh, I'm just ignoring all those fuckers. I'm joking. We love you all. Or do we? No, we do. Or do we?
Yeah.
And the Morgana making wave clear the aim of the game today. I think she's cleared about so many wards. Like all of them.
Yeah.
Which is of course
34 vision score, highest in game.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Morgana. At least you're winning at something. You as there.
Oh, don't be tight.
You as there
I'm a very
getting one of the
vision-based-
scores.
I'll have you now.
On the other hand, now
No, she just about misses the binding. I mean, surely there was nothing that she would have been able to action there, but you know.
I mean, what is really, really stunning for me is actually the set here. 2 levels up on the Cannon, at least 2 levels up on the Gragas. Syndra 1 level up on her respective mid laner,
Gragas
and
really stunted early though.
Yeah.
That quick succession, that quick fire double, where he was just getting absolutely rubbed out in the jungle by the Elise.
Herald
I mean,
number
that's
2.
going to take a long time to come back.
Herald number 2 is now the focus. They're gonna pick that one up, and there might actually be a base opening Herald. So Elise has that one in inventory, but yeah. If played correctly, they manage maybe to break open the base here.
Mid at the moment, unless we're going to shape more around top side. They've sent the set solo bot. And the Syndra headed top.
Okay, so nice dodge coming
nearly.
through here. Interestingly enough, we see Gragas being spotted. So they have a good deep ward there at the Wolves camp that actually enables the set to stay safe at the split push.
I mean, that top side jungle absolutely riddled with CE missed wards.
Yeah, they know where the
If you
focus
look at
is.
the line of warding in this game already, Overstorms literally like right on the edge of their base. You know, they're only able to get halfway into their own jungle.
I think the most consistent wards they have is actually
Map
tower
control.
vision. And ooh, the stun actually did Q
Morgana,
damage.
nice ward here.
Q damage proccing the
Gragas
Morgana shield.
Also getting spotted out by 3 members of CE Mist who are in the bot side
Oh
jungle.
my, what a lot of damage coming
and
through.
Flatline there, missing the flash over the wall, but still managing to escape, using the cleanse there
Oh
just to get
my.
away from that. But oh my gosh, it is a double kill from the Syndra. That is rampage right
Devastating right there. Using all of your abilities, flash, cleanse, as well as double ultimate, and still not getting a single kill. Must feel very, very unrewarding.
Yeah, very much so.
And
I
Herald,
mean, the set there just bodyguarding the entire team, and everyone's like, no, definitely not going to walk into that one. And that's a fantastic little Nautilus hook, and he's fired the ult onto the Ezreal. The Ezreal just going to back away from that, looking not especially nice to deal with. And I think they should just back away, maybe look at taking this bot side tower, but they're going to stay there.
Ooh.
Oh, of course, they've got that Herald. They tried to crack one of the Nexus towers with that, just quickly taken down. And the set's just going to plump to take about...
They do not manage to actually get the charge off, but that was interesting.
Moves towards this bot side, and the Gragas chasing down. He's going to clean up the wave on this bot side, but they've got another one rushing in on the side of CE Mist. They're just going to take this dragon. I mean, Ocean Soul, really kind of ridiculous at the moment.
Yeah, so Ocean Soul picked up, and this is actually the time. So for Overstorms here to move in and clear some vision, this is really, really essential for them to survive the next few minutes of the game, because if they are completely blind around this Baron area, they will be punished by walking up blindly into their own jungle. To try and at least seek vision, because they're not trying to contest the Baron, I believe. The most ambitious play they could be doing is going for 50-50 smite.
Yeah, I mean, they need to try something, but if they get wiped out, that's game over. I mean, the best they could hope for is, like, to steal this one.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to contest the Baron at all. They just want to, like, put in the Gragas and hope for a miracle. But you can only do so if you have some vision.
Try, like a cheeky Ezreal R or something, but the timing would have to be perfect and compounded on a failed smite from Little Elise, who's been playing a really, really strong first game of this series.
But as you can see there, like, the damage is not low on this Overstorms composition. They actually have quite a lot of damage coming through. As you can see them, like, clearing out waves. Good mixed damage, good damage overall, but the issue for them is just they're too far behind in comparison to the other team. We might see play happening in the top lane.
Plenty of farm on this Ezreal, but I mean,
Predator procced, Morgana ulti procced.
And the Morgana ulti there, yeah.
Going golden.
Very much procced. And the Nautilus decides to R on the Gragas there, and they take the free kill on that Morgana, and it's a big slammy D coming out of the set as the Elise goes up, and that's going to be a double kill for the Elise. But we got this Kennen. Ooh, he just flashes away and nearly gets there, but they're going to shut down the Syndra. And that there is 3-for-2 play in favour of CE Mist, but it's not quite over yet. The set goes down as well, and that is a 3-for-3
as well as you look at Gragas HP here. They get the inhibitor in the end there, but HP was so low on both sides. Only 180 carry standing means that they get the inhibitor, but they have to back off now.
Yeah,
that was too close of a fight considering how far ahead they are.
Yeah.
And, Elise getting spotted.
Elise spotted out.
This could have very well been her death.
Oh, I mean, this Morgana. Oh! If the Morgana are queued there, if she'd found the queue, and you know...
Yeah, but what really is going to kill her? The damage, the comet? I guess she has Zonias, but that's about it. I don't think Morgana was in a position to kill Elise, but... At least they're contesting vision.
You can always hope.
Yeah, 2 minutes been... Yeah, 2 minutes still until the next Ocean Break here. With that one being the Soul. Donating that red buff to the as well here, just making sure that they have every component that they could for the next possible team fight, because it looks like Overstorm still has some fight left in them. They don't want to give up just yet. They're gonna go on to the Baron right now though. And we will be seeing... This is spotted not just yet.
I mean, it's being burned down fairly fast, but I mean, it doesn't especially matter because the...
I guess it's here though.
I mean, they got this
Ezreal,
is going to try and chuck an R at this, and surely that Morgana's going to go down, and the Gragas there. Yep.
Oh, the Ezreal ulti. Oh, okay. Very patient here.
Slightly too early. Slightly too early. I mean, it's like we were saying.
Yeah, actually, actually, mad props here to the Elise for holding onto her smite until the last very second, not panic smiting there.
Yep.
And yeah, with 2 enemies dead here, like the Morgana out of the picture as well as the Gragas, we will have this CE Mist lineup pushing into the base and heavily focusing onto this first tower of the Nexus. Now the second Nexus as well as Kennen now going aggressive.
Oh, and the Kennen goes in, but he's going to get knocked up, and this is going to be surely In comes this Jin ultimate from the backline there. It's a 2-for-0 in favor of CE Mist right now.
Whoa.
And Ragus is trying to get himself a kill, and that's a tidy little flash out. This Syndra just flexing on the Overstorms comp, but she does die, I suppose. But surely this Nexus is going down. Surely they haven't forgotten to win the game before they win the game.
Yeah, okay, so in the end they are victorious, 25-7 in kills. A lot of kills coming through. Not a single tower picked up here by the Overstorms lineup. Not a single Drake going their way. Not a single Baron. So objective-wise, really, really poorly. But at least they put up some fight in the end there, not going 25-0. And managed to kill and shut down a few people. It did not matter in the end. CM is victorious in this best of 1. And they will be going over to the ending screen. And this is actually what I have feared the most, team-wise. This one. Oh, actually, it fits. Perfect. Oh, lovely.
Nice.
It's like a glove. I love it. Okay, so as you can see right now, overall gold-wise, very, very big differences here coming through. Like, I think the only guy that hit 10k was the Ezreal, and besides that, everybody else was just far, far behind the enemy. But yeah, if you look at damage real quick, we'll be seeing that Syndra here, of course, powerhouse here in the mid lane, as well as Sett actually putting out a lot of damage, and Elise out-damaging her own ADC, so second last in the CMS lineup will be the Jhin damage here coming through. Of course, it's not a high DPS AD carry coming through in the end, but of course, still nice to see how he one-shot people in the end there with his ultimate. Yeah, Kennen actually doing pretty well considering his laning phase, as well as the Ezreal, who had a better laning phase, but yeah, team fight-wise, they were just way too behind. And this means game 1 just goes over to CMS lineup here, and that will bring us into a nice little break of at least a minute or two. So, have a look at what our Twitch chat thinks of this game, as well as betting. So, blue winning here. Congratulations on everybody who has betted on the blue side. You will be handed out some CE connecting. Wait, what are they called? Connectors, actually? Yeah. Connectors.
Yes.
They're called connectors. I
Connectors.
remember. Okay, it's been some time, but I remember. We are here, boys. Out here. But yes, welcome everybody to the chat who has just tuned in. Of course, we welcome everybody, as well as a few new things coming to our community. We have this weekly, every weekend, the nice Valorant tournaments coming out, so make sure to check them out if you head over to Connecting Esports personal space on the Challenger Mode website. Will be challengermode.com/s/connectingesports, where you can check out all of our upcoming tournaments. They are organized by us and brought to you just for you to enjoy. And yeah, looking at CE Mist here, looking strong in this first half of the game, as well as finishing out strong. I think Overstorms are going to have a tough time coming back.
Yeah, I mean, very much so. But, I mean, like you were saying, this was a kind of a draft difference. We'll just see how they're going to come into this second game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether they got the mentals, whether they got the tactics to kind of shut down these ridiculous, scaly, gold leady, snowbally comps.
Very true. Well, at least now we will be having the next game coming up in just a few seconds. Waiting for both teams to ready up and move on. Everybody in the chat say hi. And then we will be seeing what these guys have in mind for game number 2. So we will be right back with you in just a second. Okay, just as an update, we are waiting for a few teams to ready up, so we'll just give it another minute before the countdown actually runs out here. Hopefully by then, both teams have managed to edit up on the Challenger Mode website. Still missing, what's his name? Wait, that's the one countdown. There we go. Still missing Solam. Then we will be going into the champion selection, or at least the virtual draft. In the meantime, I'll use this time to optimize our overviews and our overlays. Found out a few things I want to change during the stream already. Of course, this first stream, so every feedback is welcome. The background is really PogChamp. Thank you, much appreciated. We took, I think Jet and me sat on this for 3 days straight, where we worked at least 8 to 9 hours a day on all of the overlays and graphics. Everything you see is made by Jet when it comes to graphical design. Everything that is animated and moving and related to OBS Studio is made by me. I'm J7, hello, that's me. But yeah, not to take any credit away from Jet, he actually has been amazing and helpful for all of these overlays. And it might be simple and some things might be really, really normal things or expected things, but I still think if you look at how it all came together, it turned out very, very nicely. And yeah. Okay, so both teams actually managed to ready up on the Challenger mode. So let's have a look in the lobby, what they are saying, what they are feeling. There we go, just informing you guys about a new really good music. Thank you very much. It's actually the playlist. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Copy, where is it? There. Copy playlist link. It's a Spotify playlist. And disruptive with our follower sound. I'm still looking to update that one. But yeah, this is the Spotify playlist if anybody's interested. Some lo-fi beats just in the background. He used to work it as well. I can make the pentakill draft if you guys want. There we go. So it's going to be Overstorms now on the blue side. Down by 1 game, but looking to pick it back up as C Mist is now victorious in first half. And we will be dropping links in the lobby chat for both teams. And as well as a spectator link, because that one is essential for everybody who's interested in spectating the draft, essentially us, our Twitch stream. So let's implement that one as well into virtual drafts. A quick little look at what they drafted last time around. So as you guys can see, this is the draft from the last time. they went with these kind of compositions. We are missing who? They banned my equity, that's why they lost. Yikes, okay. Kenny, do you want to go in the bad corner? No mods to time out Kenny. Well, Andy, since you've been such a loyal piece of shit, sorry, friend, how about you enjoy this? How does this work again? Oh, that comment does not work. Okay, that is a very sad comment. Wait, I'm not logged in? Ah, interesting. I was about to make you mod, but apparently it doesn't work if I'm not super mod. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I don't have permission to perform that. That is very sad. Let me go on to the other one. 1 second. Change that real quick. Hope there's no sound. There's not perfect. Andy, type in chat, my friend. Mods, it's me, Andy _split. There you go. Have fun. There we go. Let's head over to the more important part, because that is why you guys are here. So Overstorms and CE Mist now, as you can see, in the virtual draft. And of course, we can have a look at what they have banned so far. So Echo of the Table, as well as the Kled and the Silas for the sides of Overstorms, and the CE Mist lineup has banned the Oriana, the Graves, and the Morgana. Well as Garnex informing me actually that they played in Soraka ADC today. So we'll definitely check out that in the future. Damn, Garnex coming through here. Speaking of the devil, with a nice Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, much appreciated. Twitch Prime coming through here by Garnex, long time friend and follower. But yeah, focusing on this first pick now, Overstorms picking up, oh, I just saw something, but yeah, Overstorms picking up this Ezreal here in the first rotation. Going for that. Very lane dominant champion, actually, as feel like was the feeling from the last game. So they managed to pick up the Ezreal last game around and actually had a good laning phase against the Jhin, as well as now the answer being the Elise by CE Mist. So that very, very strong early game jungler, present in mid and top lane, winning a lot of trades, even one-shotting the Gragas in his own jungle. Followed this up with a Kalista. So two very unique champions are coming through, and very strong in their respective role and in what they are supposed to do. Why? whatever. I'll just make a new one real quick. Can't be asked. Need to change the Sea Mist logo in the future. Whenever we have time. A reminder to myself, Siri. Thank you. As well as now the Nautilus Olaf here being picked up, and on the contrary, Sea Mist here picking up the Trash in return. So, a more aggressive style already from Overstorms. Also a pick away here on the Nautilus, feeling like that one was an issue on the bottom lane, but Trash being the answer there immediately, without hesitation nearly. And now we're going on to the second phase of this pick and ban. So the ban phase now in Sea Mist's hands, and let's look at what they looking to take off the table next, because we still have some mid laners and top laners. Yeah, there we go. Fiora actually taken off the table. And the set immediate response here by Overstorms. So we will at least see some different things here by Sea Mist, already looking in 2 different champions to the previous game, as well as Overstorms picking up a different lineup here. So good signs that they are not running it back from game number 1, if you're an Overstorms fan. Now Sea Mist here looking to ban out the Cassiopeia. They will do so indeed, and with Overstorms now leaving the last and final ban open for the next few seconds, we will most likely actually I feel like they are going for a mid laner. Like Syndra is still on the table, and that seemed like an all-round good pick, especially into mostly anything. But they go for the Yasuo like the previous ban phase. Okay, interesting. Updating real quick a few things here left and right on the go. There you go, and the scores on the right side, perfect. Everything is working just fine. Great. Now, what is the response here by Sea Mist seeing these bans? They have the option between picking a mid laner as well as a top laner here. Both solo lanes have not been picked up just yet. On the other side, Overstorms also in the same scenario, and there we go. We see the Syndra once again. Sea Mist not afraid of blind picking this one. I think that's the right call to make here, especially since you want to go for the counter on this top lane. Half side of the map, and there we come, another follower coming through here. Thank you so much, Dicky20. 100. What is that? 12A. I can't read. I cannot read. It's too small. Let me open Twitch chat. 124. I was correct on the first one. But yes, thanks for the follow here coming through. As we see now, this Overstorms lineup. 30 seconds. Why they banning Cassive to go Syndra? To my personal opinion, I think they might have been expecting a Syndra ban, and then taking away the Cassio, and because you don't want to play it yourself, is something reasonable to do. And overall, Cassiopeia is a good scaling champion. It's not a bad pick at all. But yeah, did seem to have an issue with it last time around. And the Azir here being the answer to the Syndra. I like it when it comes to range. Good range champion, good DPS overall. Playmaker, actually, a lot of outplay potential as well. But against the Syndra, not as effective as you would want it to be, because Syndra can stay heavily safe in lane. And it's an Olaf, so he does not bring a lot of ganking potential, at least not in the CC department. And there we go, the hover of the Aatrox coming through here. Overstorms looking for an aggressive top laner. And if you look at the Sea Mist lineup, they do not have a single tank so far. Like, yes, you can consider Trash very good tank, but overall Overstorms HP bars will be looking a bit more juicy here in game, because they will have the Nautilus, the Olaf of course, and of course now the Aatrox coming through. So overall a bit more HP on their side when it comes to full-on team fights. Sea Mist, what will be their last pick here and the response to this top lane? I mean, we have seen a Kalista top lane, but it's been very, very, very long ago. And I don't think it is anywhere close to being meta right now. those are way better than the white ones you had. Thank you, Ganex. I agree. I persuaded our fellow Jedlam to, or how I like to call him, Jedi, to change it. But I agree with you. The grey ones is 10 times better. And yeah, the Urgot here coming through, that is an interesting pick. I've not seen this matchup just yet. At least not in the current patch. So Aatrox versus Urgot here. Interesting pick and ban phase. Oh god, did my stream break? Please no. Oh no, oh no. Oh, I think my stream is broken. At least OBS is lagging a bit. You're not dropping frames though, so you guys are good. You can hear me, I think. But I am not able to switch scenes. How about we go out of studio mode? Does that help you, OBS? Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, we're back. That being said, we actually go right into the champion selection. So let's head over to the champion selection. You guys can have a look at what is coming your way. Meantime, I'll be figuring out what OBS's problem is. Okay, I found out. All good. Fixed. Cool. Yeah, Overstorms 0, see missed 1. As you can see, the best of 3. So Overstorms now with the back against the wall. We'll have to pick up the slack here in this game number 2 to at least make it to game number 3 and not drop a game. When can we bet? Exactly, that's what I was wanting to do. Thank you very much. Betting has been opened. Have fun betting away. Your life, your aunt, and of course everything you don't care about. Not saying you don't care about your aunt. But yeah, moving on here. Betting open. Give it your best try. I'm looking forward to everything. And all of you guys betting. Just to see what is going on here. It's always a very, very good... Wait, I can give you points, I think. So let me try. Give points. If you follow, by the way, you get points, Mr. Nino Belov. I think I can give you some points. Nino... What a name, Belov. Does that work? Nope, it does not. Very sorry. Oh, so did you bet already and then you messed it up, or what? I don't know if it works. I don't remember the command, but there is a command to give you points. I just need to find it out. Wait.
No cure for fools.
Give points somewhere. I'll find it. Add points it is. And then name and then amount. Okay, it's add points. I found it. So it's this, and then name, and then amount. Wait, did I mistype your name? Double N, one N. Why do I see two? Oh, now I forgot the amount. I'm giving up on this. Yeah, okay, I don't know, man. Either your name is not working or like just doesn't want to. Ah, there we go. Finally worked. Perfect. Nice. So we can see here, of course, nothing out of the ordinary. Back to the game here at hand, as expected from the virtual draft. Heading into the spectator lane now. I have tuned up a bit with our nice little score. Let me know if the Overstorm and C missed, like the top part is not too small. Like, can you read it perfectly? If so, that is much appreciated. Of course, Twitch chat now live on stream. Say hi. Your mom's watching. Get the camera. Yes, you can read it. Great, perfect. Hey, Twin, stop betting on CE account. Get your own account. Wasting points. Andy, actually, I want to hear your prediction here. So this top lane matchup, Aatrox versus Urgot, what do you think? Give me yours. What does Andy think of Aatrox versus Urgot? Who does it favor? Who wins? Stream games random, or do people have to ask the games to be streamed? Most of the time, my friend, they are random. I was thinking about implementing a store poll. Something like that, but I want to do it to a Discord bot. So it's API, not API service, it's individual users only. Because the store polls online always get botted, and that's not fun for anyone. Aatrox should win, even it was an Urgot counter when Urgot was meta, if I remember right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I remember as well. Like, as soon as he has death stance, he's pretty much broken, Jesus. Yeah, and yeah, of course, the DLEs from last time will come true as always. Okay, so another minute here left on the spectator delay. I'm gonna have a look at our bets, what do you guys think so far? So if we go back here to betting on our Streamlabs, there it is. Oh, actually closer than before, 60 to 40 is the split. The 60% in favor of the blue side. Very surprising. Contrary to the first one. So a lot of people think that Overstorms have what it takes. Bring it back here in this game number 2. Oh, also, let me know about microphone quality, because I've not put on all the filters and I believe it spikes a bit at the top. So just let me know if there's anything that is not to your liking. We will update it for the future. Thank you so much, Highlander. Sounds fine so far. Much appreciated. If there's any other cast, of course, we will be balancing out sounds, of course. But if it's fine so far, that's very, very good to hear. So I don't need to put on too many filters. Which makes it easier for other people to cast on our stream. And if you're interested in that, make sure to scroll down below, or you can see on the bottom right of your screen all of our social media, where you can just drop in, leave us a message if you're interested in helping us out with casting, streaming, observing. Even if you do graphics, if you do emojis, if you do anything, like for Twitch chat, we would like some emotes and anything, like just anything. If you want to help out, much appreciated if you just let us know. Now, looking at the lineup here, we see, yes, Kenny, we see both top lanes once again running Flash Teleport, and actually the Conqueror here as a rune, and then in the jungle, actually the Yola running Conqueror as well. And DLE's nothing else than before. Still the Electrocute, as well as Electrocute on Syndra and Conqueror in the mid lane. So very, very similar runes to what is normally picked up here. The Azir Conqueror was the most surprising in my opinion. Everything else, press the attack as well. Nautilus Aftershock, Kalista, Hail of Blades actually, and Thresh running Aftershock as well. And both supports taking Ignite, both AD carries taking Exhaust, so no cleanses coming through this time around, and both mid laners taking the teleport. Change the scene. I will change the scene, Mr. Andy, as soon as we're in-game. You don't need to see the loading screen, my friend. You also don't see it in the LCS, if you remember correctly. There we go. Speaking of loading in, Summoner's Rift has loaded up. Both teams are about to drop in. That means we have our switcheroo of scenes coming through in just a second. There we go. Oh, immediately going into that pause. Very typical for the TG Diamond League here. I think the most thing we have, the most common thing is actually pause right after the start of the game. Betting is still open. Can you open map? What do you mean, can you open map? Like, you talking about minimap? Confused. very confused. But yeah, game is being resumed here, so not too long of a waiting time coming through here. And we should have a look at starting items as well as who Kalista chooses to spear. Most likely she will be doing it with Trash, but also the positioning of when and where you do it is very, very important. Because you can, on an invade, for example... Picture of a... Oh, yeah, lol. You can, for example, mess up somebody's positioning if you spear them in an awkward spot. There's actually both Syndra and Elise here walking up and getting the first ward here that Olaf has dropped in that bush. It was Control Shift Y. Yes, there you go. If you're interested in zooming out, Control Shift Y, hook nearly hitting the Ezreal there, is how you zoom out as spectator better than what is normal. This amount, both lineups actually managing to pick up. Am I seeing this correctly or is this a spectator bug? I think Azir started without any items. No starting item on the Azir. Let me just look at this. Yeah, not a single item. Recalls now. No, he does not. Okay, he stays in lane, so no item on Azir. I don't know if this is a new strategy or not. If so, I have not seen it. Very questionable. But yeah, both junglers once again starting on this bottom side of the map. So blue buff here being picked up by the Elise. And slightly after here. Okay. Snade on this bottom side as well. Going for that red buff. And Olaf pathing is what we have to look at the most. Because that is actually what will kind of dictate how his game plan was out. Because if he goes for a full clear, he will be not that healthy and vulnerable to invades. If he goes for like a buff gank, he will have the ability of getting counter jungled. Okay, with betting being closed, let me look at real quick the betting, if there's anything changed. Nope, still 60 to 40, so very, very close in betting here. And yeah, so I see no starting item. Olaf going for the buff. Spots the ward, has the, of course, sweeping lance already prepared, as well as the Elise going to her buff as well. Aggressive bot lane so far, so they're pushing for level 2 here on this bottom lane, Kalista and Trash here. They hit it just now. And they have pressure on this lane. Also, at least pathing back to this bottom. Good hook hitting, but I don't think this... Yeah, not even the Q from Kalista is going to connect, so not a lot of follow-up damage coming through here. But at least a skill shot hit. A bit of a confidence boost, but besides that, nothing much going down. And on the contrary, actually, not level 2 hit on the bot side as well. Nautilus hitting the hook as well. Both of them being the focus here, and Nautilus is forced to flash away. The first blood's gonna come through with the execute E, and ooh, both supports taken down here. Ezreal returning the favor, flash away by Ezreal there just to get out of range of Kalista E, and then top lane we see the first gank of the game. We see Urgot under pressure already using the flash just to survive. He's gonna get pulled back here by the W of the Aatrox, and they're trying to donate the kill to Aatrox, and they will manage to do so. So successful gank here by Snade. Very different game already than the last one. Teleport used in the top lane. Making sure he does not miss out on too much CS and experience. But yeah, this will most likely give the Aatrox a better feeling in this lane. And this is very, very sneaky. We see the bot lane here. Both of them going very aggressive, knowing that Ezreal has no flash, nor does the Nautilus. The hook connecting once again, and there might be... Doesn't manage to get one more auto out. So, not an execute range there, but at least a lot of damage traded here. And that is very good considering that the Nautilus just came from base. And now Elise has managed to sneak all the way down here into this bottom side of the map without being spotted a single time. We see the sweeper on top of her running out right now. And they might be looking for tower dive. Flash available on both bot laners here from the sides of CE Mist. Team is now going for the pull. Are they? Yeah, they pulling the trigger here. Hook is missing. They still have Cocoon here coming through. The focus is the as well, even though Nautilus was the one being stunned. At least will be the sacrificial lamp, and both teleports here used. So Azir as well as Aatrox joining the party. But besides that one kill on the jungler, they will not get anything in return. Well, actually, Nautilus decides to do different. Yes, ignites still up, uses it immediately onto the Kalista. Good lantern here by the Trash to save his AD carry, and in the end it will just be Summoners traded. Now, the Ocean Drake being the focus. Elise has an idea of this as it was spotted. And they're trying to zone off the Elise here, but she's gonna move in and she's gonna get in smite range. Snake smiting way too early. Smite going in favor of CMist to manage to pick up the Ocean Drake, but both junglers actually falling in this exchange as well. Now Syndra most likely going to get donated over to the... Ooh, Azir flashy place coming through by him. Using his flash to... sorry, not his flash, his dash over the wall to follow the flash of the Syndra and securing that kill on himself. So, Overstorms definitely putting up a fight this game around. And in very, very favorable position. But oh no, Ezreal, you are on the wrong side of town. He's gonna get cut out and she's gonna die here. Killing speed already 3-0. Kalista with attack speed boots first. Very, very dominating in this lane so far. And only 6 minutes in, so much blood has been shed on both sides. If you can look at the golds, both golds. Yeah, both of them very, very close in gold here. 10.8 and 10.7. This might very well be the first plating of the game. With these last minions dying on the tower. We will see if they stay for it. Or if they just back off and buy. Looks like they're gonna greet for the plating here. Good hook once again hitting here. But just a little bit of damage traded, nothing fancy coming through. And now Elise has managed once again to sneak behind enemy lines. Thank you for the follow. And Wonders QX play, I don't think this season, my friend. Good dodge of the trash hook there in the end. And Nautilus manages to secure the Vision War in this Tribush. I got back in Discord, that's important. Apologies. Nope. Okay. Go out of the ordinary. Back to our game at hand here. So, this dominating Syndra is still doing fine in CS, and if you have a look at gold here, she's only down by 400 gold due to Azir having 2 kills on his side. But if she gets that shot on Azir, she might even be able to close this one out. Overall, though, junglers in favor of the Olaf has 3 assists, so a tiny bit of gold advantage there. Also a bit more farm, like 1 or 2 cams more. As the focus now will be the Herald here for the wet side. CMist opting onto an early Herald, 8 minutes into the game. She calling down the bot lane. To swap on to the top side to have that priority, secure that objective, knowing that the Drake is not up for yet another 2 minutes. And Olaf now face checking here into the Urgot, but I'm not sure who wins this one. It's very even, but Urgot now decides to flash away, followed by the Olaf. And that's an ultimate coming too, but it doesn't look like it was enough in the end there. Snake surviving that one and getting a nice kill for himself. Most interestingly enough, we do have platings being traded across the board. So in this top side, 2 platings fallen so far, and the bottom lane Ezreal has managed to pick up 3. So see, missed, just trying to return the favor. Yeah, and it's just a running meme. I don't think they are serious about it. The Herald being spotted, dropped in the top lane here means that first tower goes over to see missed. Good, nice little gold puffer in their favor. You can see now ahead by 400 gold. Blue have donated over to Azir. And with Kalista recalling, we might actually see the first item here of the game coming through on the red side. Nope, just not enough there. Doesn't manage to finish her item, but Ezreal on the other hand has already finished his mana immune. Just needs to level it up. And actually, let's have a look at stacks. What are the stacks saying? He's managed to pick himself up 40 stacks so far. So nothing impressive, but he's getting there. Now second Drake of the game on the map. It's gonna be a Mountain Drake. And maybe even a fight. You can see a lot of people here grouping around this objective. And... oh, we don't want to see this one. We want to see the jungle. There might be smite contest. No, there's not. So Snake just giving that one up. As we go back to the top lane where Aatrox is still bullying. Dear God. This is actually the only lane where this discrepancy is showing so much. Every other lane is kinda even though there are some kills on each side. Oh, okay, Unstoppable here, blocked by the Olaf here, going very, very aggressive. Now the focus is the Kalista. Good ultimate coming through here by the Nautilus, knocking up to Piltum, but Elise already getting the Nautilus, but Azir is coming in to return the favor, and we see Kalista dying as well as Diogod falling there. And now another member falling on the other side. Olaf going down there in the end, as well as the trash. So 3-4-2 in favor, and we are not done. Flatline is going aggressive here. He's gonna look to get... yes, he's gonna get yet another kill here on the Elise. So overall, another kill here picked up on the sides of Overstorm. Feeling now very, very comfortable with at least 1,400 gold in their favor. Two more minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the plating. One more plating on this bottom lane tower. And only one plating on the mid lane tower here for the CMS lineup. But overall, thank you so much for the follow. So the name of the soul here is going to be the Wind Drake, 2 minutes and 50 before that one spawns. But yeah, the Wind Drake soul not optimal here for either side. Not a bad one to have, but it's not like a winning condition. We might see another dive attempt here on the bottom lane. This time both junglers have managed to get here without being spotted. Both folks going wide, so Nautilus and Trash not hitting either one. As well actually Eing aggressively. Could have been his death if Elise decided to use her E. A lot of time spent here by the Elise. Sitting in this bottom bush unspotted for a very, very long time. Actually cancelling the recall. Now they're gonna pull the trigger onto the Nautilus, who has a flash available but does not get the chance to use it, so finally pays out, but it's only a support. Not quite sure if it was worth all the waiting time. This mid lane is now under focus here by Flatline. He's doing a beautiful job so far at putting out a lot of damage, but he's gonna get taken very low by the Syndra ultimate here in the end. But managed to survive. but even trading in the mid lane. Now overall this gold lead has reduced itself to 1k only, so not that big of a difference anymore. And shrinking further here in these seconds, so overall a very close game. 15 minutes in, it's definitely not that bloodbath from the last time, even though there's still been 17 kills. And now the next focus, as you can see on the minimap on the top side, as we have display in the bottom right, it's actually going to be just a lot of damage coming to the hook, not hitting. But yeah, this Herald was the top lane focus here. So once again, just shifting over the priority here, using your bottom lane presence to secure that objective. And just 2 Heralds picked up successfully in this game as well as in the previous games by CE Mist. And the focus is going to be actually the Windwake trade, but they decide to move over, at least with a few members. So let's see what they decide to do in the end. So they will go for the mid lane tower. Maybe they will be managing to save the Herald. They do. So yet another charge can be put off. But they gave up the Drake. Oh, at least face checking into the bush, even though she knows that they are all coming from the Drake area. And now she's going to get taken down. As a punishment, Olaf managed to pick up the double kill there on the Syndra after finishing off the Elise. Will go down in the end there and pay with his life. It's beautiful as ult coming to as well. Now the Kalista, the focus, she will be taken down. Ooh, just very close on hitting that Urgot ultimate. That would have been the death of Flatline, but he manages to dodge it last second. And Aatrox picking himself up that kill there. Making this one once again in the favor of Overstorms. So CE Mist in control of the game when it comes to objective calling. Like, they have very decisive calling on, hey, we want to do this, we want to do that, and they managed to execute it. But weird pathing at the end there, punishing their lineup, and also then resulting in a team fight with uneven numbers. Overall, just getting punished for their mistakes, and Overstorms executing perfectly on those capitalizations of the mistakes. Overall, the gold lead has increased to a 4k gold lead in favor of Overstorms. And if you look at level discrepancy, Aatrox here is leading by 1 in the top lane. Olaf also by 2 level experience here, and in the mid lane is even. In the bottom lane we do have the Ezreal sitting with 1 level advantage over the Kalista. So yeah, overall everything is looking bright for Overstorm. Having 2 scaling champions, the Azir and the Ezreal, will let them know that even though time progresses, only one of the champions will fall off, which is the Aatrox, and he's not even that bad in the late game anymore. Still has some potential. But then again, CE Mist is also not one of those teams that would give up. And looking at Ezreal's positioning here, he might be in a bit of a pickle. Manages to get away for now. Goes aggressive, really disrespectful here. I mean, he has flash available, but he's just eating aggressively. Trying to bait the enemy in. But his Aatrox and his Azir are not even close to the team. They're just playing with vision right now. And Death Stance was not the first. Ooh, never mind. Back here to the Syndra, who's gonna get taken very low and actually falling through the hands of the Ezreal. Now the Elise is behind enemy lines, so we might have a bit of a turnaround here of this teamfight. Snade's now the focus. Elise gonna go into repel just to stay alive. Teleport coming through by the Aatrox, as well as a border teamfight. And obviously now CE Mist on the wrong side of the map. Flash away by the Trash here just to stay alive and not getting pulled back here by the Aatrox. And this nice little wind area there in jungle will make him survive for now. He's gonna look to go for an execute. He will not manage to do so as he's gonna get damaged by Yasuo, putting that one on a killing spree with a 300 gold shutdown in his favor. And 600 gold shutdown as well on the Azir, and 150 on the Aatrox. So overall, CMS just falling more behind, slowly and slowly. But gold-wise, they are catching up every time after the team fight, so... Good laners is one reason for that, good CS the other one. Picking up that blue buff, enabling her now to sit in the lane, spam Q, have more orbs for ultimate, maybe one-shot potential, and as you can see, Aatrox itemization completely against armor. So a lot of damage could be coming from the Syndra if she were to face off the Aatrox in this bottom side of the map. As you can see, both of them hovering around that area. But the most important part is now teleports. So Flatline and Yuli Fanboy here, both of them expanding the teleport in the last teamfight means that for this Baron buff, if there was a play to be happening on the sides of CMist, it would be in favor of CMist with the Syndra having a teleport available and able to join the fight, or at least putting on pressure on the other side of the map. As we see Unstoppable Force here coming to by the Olaf, but he's just taking out without actually getting a lot of damage done. Thresh now being the sacrificial lamb of his team. Aatrox ultimate pocked for nothing because both teams just now backing off and no more kills coming through. So support traded for jungler with an objective coming up in 10 seconds here. The Wind Drake being that one. Not sure how worth that was. Because they're clearing some wards in the top side, and it does look like they're just willing to give this one up. Yeah, they're gonna go for the mid lane pusher here. They're just gonna go for this mid lane tower here. Picking up an objective, trading the Drake. As we see the Urgot ultimate once again missing. Cyrok is the focus here of Flatline. Flatline is gonna try to do a lot of damage. Forces out to repel. And the Unstoppable coming to Abadi as well, who is now sitting on the completed Mana Immune as well as the Trinity Force and the Warhammer in his inventory. Put on boots to top it off. Ooh, Flatline once again going even aggressive. This guy still has ultimate, so yes, he pokes the Aftershock. He will be managing to pick up yet another kill. Godlike Azir. This is not what you want to see. Now, Kalista trying her damnedest just to survive. She's gonna get hooked in, but Urgot is now here. Exhaust coming through. They're gonna chase by a bit, but not gonna completely go into enemy territory. Playing rather safe. And the Baron started off. Baron is now the focus here for the side of Overstorm. It has been spotted with the blue totem here by Kalista. Snake's taken very, very low. He's in execute range. He's gonna maybe die to the Baron. He's gonna get executed by the Baron. Means no smite available for CMS. Now they have to fight. Sorry, for Overstorms. CMS now trying to have a full-on team fight on both sides. They're losing members all across the board. 2 for 2 so far. Even though the Baron was one of the assists. And Ezreal just doing so much damage. He's gonna get taken down, but HP bar so low. Syndra's the last surviving damage dealer. Flatline still alive. Means he has the advantage in this. Even though it's in a 1v2 scenario. But Hook only slightly missing, but yeah, very, very spicy teamfight in the end. So 4 members dying on the side of Overstorm, 3 members dying on the sides of CMS, and the only reason this was as close as it was is because they had to turn around and go into the teamfight with Snakes dying to the Baron, meaning they had no smite available, and it would have been a giveaway of an objective. And the 10% cooldown actually of these Wind Drakes on the ultimates are not that bad for either side. As said previously, it was not a winning condition, but definitely helpful for the Nautilus ultimate, Azir ultimate. All of these are things you want to have in a team fight. So more often team fights can happen on these cooldowns, as well as the Olaf and the Aatrox just relying on these cooldowns to be effective in team fights. So far, the only person having a clean game will be TG Flatline here, just sitting on that 10.05 KDA with a 700 gold bounty on his head, and a lot of damage coming through by Syndra. She's nearly managed to... Ooh, she's gonna go for the kill, she's gonna get it, but she might pay with her life. She flashes away just to safety. Now the Unstoppable Force coming through here by Olaf managed to kill one of them, and as well here on the backline, Very, very good peeling by the Trash here. Managed to slow down the Ezreal damage, and Flatline now looking to finish off the Urgot here. Does not manage to do so. So this will be a 2-for-2 trade overall in this 4v4 team fight here. Jungle and top lane falling for the Overstorms lineup. On the other side, Syndra and Trash going down. Not a bad trade considering how behind Sea Mist is in this game. Overstorms definitely need to be careful how they direct their future team fights. That line just showing a bit of shuffling. Shuffling there. As 50 seconds left on the next Drake, it will not be the soul for either team, but it will be the breaking point of enabling the soul. Ooh, Kalista going very, very aggressive here. Half HP. Aatrox forced to flash away from the Kalista ultimate. Trash trying to get on top of him. As we're getting exhausted and taking so much damage. Half HP. Oh, very beautiful hook. It manages to pick up the Kalista here, but she will survive for now. Alata's ultimate knocking up the Trash, making him die there for sure, and that will call for the Baron. So Aatrox even expanded his teleport to join the team, even though there was no further teamfight breaking out, but now we may have such teamfight breaking out. We see both teams huddling around this Baron area. As well taken very, very low, he will be taken down there in the end, and Syndra surviving with only a very, very tad bit of HP. She goes down in the end there, and Aatrox now very, very low. Ooh, Flatline beautifully picking that one up. Taking down the Kalista, making him legendary, as well as getting the double kill on the Urgot. Now, him and Aatrox being alive means there's no potential Baron buff being picked up, but at least you killed all the carries on the enemy side, only Elise left alive. And the focus will be the Drake. Both teams meeting now. Smite favor here for the size of Sea Mist, but the focus is going to be the teamfight. Flatline tanking the Drake as well as doing damage, so Drake doing his fair share of damage there, but at least he forces them to back off. No Drake picked up, and as well going wide. Good attempt there to pick up one of the kills, because both HP bars very, very low, but with Elise backing off, actually she cancels the recall as well as the Trash, so they're looking now maybe to pick up this Drake with the teammates backing them up. As you can see, the Ocean Drake here kind of helping with the regeneration. Out of combat here, both teams just decide to split up. And that Wind Drake going in favor of Sea Mist now means the next Wind Drake might be the Soul. As the tower procced in the mid lane. Just to slow down the push as his team is picking up the side waves. Making sure they're not getting pushed in on both waves. (28 to 18 in kills, 52 to 48 in gold. So very, very close game. And actually, if you look at items a bit here, we have the Death Stance completed, the Black Cleaver completed on the size of Aatrox, so he's definitely in a position to fight the Urgot with 0-6 right now. Not really working that pick for them so far. Besides that, Syndra has been just fine considering how far behind she is, and she's even ahead in CS right now. But of course, 12-0-6 is very, very strong. Looking to finish most likely the Rabadons. That needlessly large ward in his inventory. The carry wise, we have quadruple item coming through here by the Kalista. Triple item by the Ezreal. I think the biggest difference there might be the Trinity Force as well as the level 15 on that carry. The Kalista are 2 levels behind. But soon levels will not make a difference anymore. Be approaching this kind of mid to late game scenario with the next few items being picked up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Right now, just some vision wars here around this Baron area. Nothing too fancy. Both teams looking to get a recall off. Nice little reset. We'll give them the time to finish some items. You can see the Olaf running that Guardian Angel there to stay a bit more safe in teamfights when he runs into the enemy backline. As well as the Zonias coming through by the Elise. Banshee's Veil on both of the mid laners. Even the Ezreal ultimate being picked up here by used here just to have a look at Baron. So far they're just facing each other. Not really any of the teams looking very, very decisive towards engaging into a team fight. More like they're trying to gain vision, deny the enemy to enter the area, and CMist is doing that so far. But they don't have some deep vision, so they don't really know what to expect around the corner as soon as they enter the leave the river. They move a bit forward, get one of the deep bots coming through, but immediately swept out, and yeah, this is both teams here juggling with vision. One team running out of wards and sweepers means the other team is able to move up. Who's doing it right now, taking out the remaining vision from the sides of CMist, and back to this kind of standoff we go. Like, both teams just having a little bit of a standoff. Yeah, really just waiting for the items to come through, farming it up. No one really looking to pull the trigger. I think one of the most likely positions for us to see in the next teamfight will be in 40 seconds with that win trade coming up. It might even be traded. It's just like Overstorms have all reason to not contest that and go for the Baron instead. But as we see actually a fight breaking out right now, so teleports coming through here. Aatrox joining the fight, Urgot joining the fight, has to flash away, Trash as well. Very low, uses his flash defensively. And now Aatrox on top of the Syndra managed to pick her up, and Nautilus actually managed to pick up that kill in the end. But yeah, a lot of disoriented team fighting here by CMist this time around. Like, not very decisive. And there we see actually the contest here. They are opting into the trade. So Overstorms is looking towards the soul. Or sorry, looking towards not giving over the soul. And CMist threatening the Baron. But yeah, Aatrox single-handedly starting the Drake and will most likely pick this one up. And CMist pings towards the Baron pit, so they will at least start it up. There we go, Baron has been started. Already at 10k, they back off right now. No team fight breaking out just yet. QVX had the best bot lane TGD has ever seen. Press X to doubt. Still Azir deathless in this game, and 29-18. Very high kill and death game, but not a single death on him, so good performance so far. And no Ugarnix. Oh, I got tagged again. What a G. Logo. Weird. Yeah. Whatever. Next team fight here breaking out. We will be having Trash going into the Kalista ultimate. Gets taken out here by the Azir in the end. So Kalista trying to save him. Trash was like, get me back in, Captain. And the double kill now coming through with Dealy's falling as well. And that's the jungler that means for sure Baron buff here. It's Baron time for the overline. For the lineup from the Overstorms. Sorry. Flash forward by Syndra here. Full on aggression here. Managed to... Oh, he's gonna die 2 minutes. Now he's gonna heal Bloodthirster as well, saving his life. in the end, Syndra very, very aggressive. Both summoners used there. And as well with the downtown ultimate, bringing Syndra to his knees and saying bye-bye, back to Fountain you go. The CM is definitely not the best performance considering game number 1 and game number 2. Completely different story here. And but now in favor of the Overstorms lineup, they're looking to at least break open the base here. They will be able to do so. First tower falling. Inhibitor falling as well rather easily. And now, are they looking to finish? They have still the 5v4 advantage here. And with both carries being pretty healthy. Oh, actually fight backing out full on fight here. Orga just popping up. He's just gone. So is the trash. Ezreal and Azir doing so much damage in these teamfight. And now Olaf going into Guardian Angel, but Kalista doing a lot of damage in return. Now this might actually be a turnaround. The HP bar is really low, but Azir still full HP. Manages to at least do some damage in return. Now Olaf falling and the Elise going onto the Nautilus, getting... Yeah, he's gonna get ignited there. And he's gonna be the focus. Ooh, Kalista being taken out. No, sorry, that wasn't Kalista. Syndra being taken out yet again. Now a 2v2, but he will just go for the finish. And Azir just manages to finish off the game in a 2v2. So a little bit of tension there in the end, but overall, Overstorms just completely winning that game in their favor. And with 15-0-8 Azir tells us a completely different story from the Cassiopeia on Flatline last time. Now, if we have a look at gold overall, really close overall. The only difference would have been the mid lane and the carry just popping off there. Overstorms doing so much damage. And also the betting has been won in favor of the blue side. So congratulations on everybody betting on Overstorms. You guys have been victorious. In your betting at least. And if you look at damage, yeah, nothing too surprising here to me. 33k damage and 700 and 36k and 400. And those mid lane and AD carry role. Opposing the 25k and the 21k of the Syndra and the Kalista. So most definitely a lot of damage coming through here from both of these carries. Good game from Overstorms. Expected, yes. That one-sided, not really. But yeah. That being said, we'll be heading into a real quick break here. Tying the series 1-1. Beautiful stuff coming through by the sides of Overstorm. We will be heading into a short little breaky break. Give it in 3 minutes max. Then we will be right back with you boys and girls. There we go. Welcome back, everybody, here to the game between Overstorms and, of course, CE Mist. So now 1-1 tied series. Might be looking at a reverse sweep here, coming to by the Overstorm lineup. But we have to find out in game number 3. Let's have a look if both teams have been able to ready up in the meantime, as we've been waiting. 20 seconds remaining, and we see 2 players of the Overstorm lineup not readied up just yet, Flatline and Niku. Here, 15 seconds remaining. Please make sure you do use that time to ready up on the Challenger mod side. Otherwise, it would have been very, very unfortunate to lose series like this. Well, that is a very unfortunate turnout of events, my friends. Yeah. 1 second, we're looking into it. Bit of issues here when it comes to timing. Because I was not communicated any You mean you tried? A Discord? Good chat, bro. Anything? Looking at what we can do about this. Yes. Okay. That might... Okay. Let me look. Ask CE Mist real quick. Where are you boys at? Not sure who's team captain. We'll be finding it out. If any of the CE Mist are in the Twitch chat, let me know. Or in like your Discord channel. Hitting captain, no, that's not how it works, my friend. Looking for the reply from CE Mist here. If I don't get a reply, I cannot take any action. That is the issue. So we're just waiting for CE Mist here to give us clarity. Can I type? I cannot. Apparently. Well, yeah. Okay. CMist has confirmed they are interested in playing game number 3. So luckily for us, even though one of the teams has not managed to ready up on Challenger mode, we will be seeing game number 3. There we go. New lobby has been created. Please, everybody, make sure they ready up on time. Cool. New lobby. Good job, boys. We will be having game number 3 after all. Sorry for the wait. Currently, Bartek hasn't been able to use his PC. Kind of crashed on him. Maybe he just didn't manage to pull off the good old plug in, plug out. But yeah, both teams have agreed to play game number 3, so most definitely we will be seeing game number 3 coming your way in just a few minutes, depending on how fast they managed to ready up just now. So everybody has managed to ready up already. It's just waiting on US instead of typing in Twitch chat. Mr. US, go ahead and ready up on Challenger mode. Thank you very much. There we go. So lobby has been created. Let's have a look at what they have in store for game number 3, because this will be the deciding game for both of these teams, obviously. Now 1-1. And the score. Now see Mr. going over to the blue side once again, having this first pick on their side. I give these guys the links, the respective drafting. Oh, wrong pick. Yikes. Okay. That took some time. But yeah, we are finally now here. We'll give it another 2 minutes maximum before we go into the game, or at least the draft. We actually open up my task and have a look at how this new overlays affect my PS, my PC. 46% GPU usage. That's okay. That's not too much. Everything else is under 30%. Good, good, good. CPU 30. Network 2. Cool. Doesn't seem to be that much power hungry. Okay, we're just waiting for both teams to ready up on the virtual draft. And we will be heading over into that one and see what they have in mind for game number 3 between Overstorms and the CE Mist lineup. Both of them now 1-1 tied in this best of 3 series, looking towards the last and final game. Making this one, of course, now happening. And of course, the logos are wrong as always. Over there. Thank you. And go into this. Thank you. Well, yeah. So Overstorms with C Mist already as well off the table. So thinking that one has been the problem. The Mist not wanting to deal with that one yet again. Echo hovered by Overstorms. This has been one of the previous bans over and over again. Taking this one out would make sense. Then again, also letting it go through after just won the game must have given them confidence in a few more picks. So might see something like an Echo going through and the Elite actually taken off the table instead. We do see now a lot of time brought into this banning phase. I think this is where they want to kind of guide what they're going for. So Olaf up next, gonna go into the nice little ban corner, not able to play in this game number 3. Team is not having any of these things. And Syndra is the response there by Overstorms, and I think with that being said, they might look into a Cassiopeia pick here, or yet again the Azir, who did pretty well. Pretty well in the last game. Go off the table once again. So very standard top lane picks and bans. So far, Urgot being the only one in the series that has been a bit surprising. But yeah, in the mid lane, however, just like going for some comfortable picks. But the Yasuo being left open in the first rotation. Maybe we see first pick Yasuo coming through. Maybe not. Have to find out. And it is the hover of the misfortune, not yet locked in. Okay, so Overstorms now in a position of responding to this. They can either go for some solo laners that are very strong and high priority picks, but on the other side they can also just opt into responding to this misfortune and like going for a cheesy bot lane. But yeah, they have all the choices in the world. An AD carry being picked up first does not determine whatsoever how your game plan is going to be. Because misfortune is very usable in lane as well as in team fights. With ultimate, AoE slow, like there's a lot of utility coming from that pick as well as of course a lot of damage. Overstorms thinking, going aggressive here, picking the Nautilus at the 60-second mark, so looking towards a strong bot lane. At least contest the misfortune, or at least not to face a Nautilus and the misfortune at the same time. you will be seeing at least another pick coming through here. And I think the smart thing would have been to just pick your AD carry right now. Because you want to be looking for that chat. Yeah, yeah, I know. Chat is very, very focused on game number 3. They're like both just waiting to see what happens, because game 1 was such a strong game by CE Mist, and then game 2 was such a strong game by Overstorms. Now Graves being picked up, that tells us a kind of different story. Graves jungle has been successful and unsuccessful in a lot of cases. And to my personal experience, most of the time a Graves jungle does not get to the point where he actually is valuable. Thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome to the CE family. But yeah, Graves, good pick if ahead, not that good if behind, because then he just feels kind of useless and gets a bit bullied by a short range. Now CE Mist have the power of responding with a jungler on their own or a support to match it up. They can also go for some solo lane picks. There we go, Lee Sin actually being picked up. That's an aggressive jungler here. The big response to the Overstorm Graves, making sure that they not get away with that one. As you know, Graves really needs a few items to like do what he does best, is being unkillable and doing so much damage. But Lee Sin will definitely make his early game a hell. Excuse me. Oh, the Leona coming through. That's an aggressive bot lane support. I like it. Long range engage here coming through with the solar eclipse. What is it? Solar flare? I don't remember the ultimate name of the Leona. But yeah, long range engage coming through, as well as follow up CC. Really, really good for the MF. Has some peeling potential as well. A bit harder to execute on the peeling side, but on the engage side, very, very easy to use champion. Very straightforward. Good tool of engage. Good tool of directing team fights. So yeah, the Sun and Goddess there coming through on the sides of CE Mist, definitely showing that with Lee Sin and an MF, they're looking for a strong bottom side map, as well as a really, really good rotation trio, like the even duo, like even the Leona and the Lee Sin together can get a lot done together if they just roam. And now the Varus hover here by the Overstorm lineup. They're looking towards, most likely locking that one in, and they do so. And now going into the ban phase of the second rotation here. Junglers and AD carries is all we have seen, so I would expect a lot of mid lane and top lane bans obviously to come through now. Cassiopeia, Yasuo was one of the things that has been banned out constantly by both teams. So Vladimir actually, that's the first ban. For the series, and the Azir taken off the table. CM is very, very smart here, realizing that the threat from the Azir was omnipresent in the last game, and the Kled once again, one of the bans that normally come through in the first rotation, now off the table. Now CE Mist in charge of the last ban of this game number 2, which will be deciding between these two games. Two guys, sorry. Two teams. What is wrong? Taking their fair share amount of time, like thinking very, very carefully about what they want to ban out this last ban. And there we go, Atrix off the table. So feeling like that one was being played to a certain extent where it actually favored Overstorms, as we saw him winning the top lane matchup. And Orianna is such a good champion here. I think, yeah, there we go, it's locked in. Overstorms realizing that they could use some more teamfighting potential and turnaround ultimate, and that is definitely the champion to do so. Orianna with that ultimate has been a playmaker across the leagues and the seasons for years already, and years to come, most likely. Unless League of Legends dies, which I don't think it will. because of the dedicated fan base. Love-hate relationship, but hey, as long as it keeps going, it is good. And now, see, missed in a position where they have to reveal one of their solo laners, at least in a blind pick here, because the top lane for the Overstorm lineup has not been locked in whatsoever. So, what do you blind pick in that position? As well, of course, to a certain extent, have to answer the Orianna pick in the mid lane, or going for something that synergizes well with their composition. So you don't always need to go for team fighting champions. And that is such an interesting pick. Ooh, Zed being locked in, and I love what I see. And such an aggressive lineup by Seamus. So if this goes late, the only thing that's going to keep you alive is this Misfortune and Rumble. And the Z is going to fall really, really hard against these champions, especially. Like, I think the only guy he can even ult is the Varus late game, and even that guy is not the best to ult late game because he's going to be heavily protected, so hard to get on. And yeah, that is such an aggressive early game team composition here by the CMS lineup. They're just saying, hey, look, you guys had a decent game last time around. It got to the point where we just couldn't scale fast enough or like get to anywhere where we could contest. So let's just pick early game champions, hope for the best, be dominant, win lanes. And Zed into Orianna is just a matchup I've been looking forward to see in the last seasons. And now it's finally time here in the season number 4 of the TG League. And of course, it's going to be the TG Diamond League. You can see it on the screen right there. And Zed is back. Exactly. TG Flatline. Pointing that one out. And waiting for both teams to get in order. And then we can actually start this game. Let's go, Mist. Yes. Now, betting is being opened for everybody that's interested in betting away a few connectors. You can do so now. And with that being said, we will be going over to this champion selection. There you go. See, Mist, Overstorms, both of them now in the game. In the client, in the lobby, loading it up, wanting it down. Not just yet, no. But yes, all of the bets coming through here. Andy actually is bet all. Okay. So a lot of believers here on the side of Overstorm so far. Now we just saw the virtual draft. This is the actual champion selection now. The virtual draft is used in order to give the tournament and the competitive spirit of the league, which is only possible if everybody has every champion, and a lot of times that is not the case. But of course, we want to grant this integrity, and therefore we just use a virtual draft pre-hand. First time you see it, it's most likely just the overlay, my friend. Oh, Andy reading our wool chat, much appreciated. And even Jetlam back in the chat, welcome my friend, you have been missing out, but don't worry man, you have been tuning in for the right game here. You see this? It's a Zed mid lane, it is Sin in the jungle, this screams for disaster, this screams for early game hype, and let's see what's up. What's up, cutie pie? I don't know who you're directing that to, but I'll gladly take that as a compliment. Already 33 to 66 here in ban favors, in favor of the red teams, so 66% betting on the red side. not a lot of people believing the CE Mist early game composition. There's the Kalista hover and the Yasuo hover from the Overstorms just to taunt a bit. But yeah. Actually, yeah, Yasuo has been left open this time around. The first of the best of 3 game where we have seen Yasuo not make it into the ban or the pick phase. That being said, we see the Leona locked in, and that will be the last champion locked in, the Nautilus. And the Sylas actually facing off against the Rumble in the top lane is also an interesting matchup here. And of course, we have our expert Andy in the Twitch chat who will be granting us his knowledge and wisdom about that matchup as soon as he hears my question, with the spectator delay of like, I think 15 to 30 seconds based off the server and where he's watching from. But yeah, let me know how you enjoyed the stream so far. Let me see if the bets have any difference so far. Not at all. And since, how many points do I even have? I haven't done this in ages. 86k. Wait, am I still underneath sleeping? Ugh, yikes, that hurts my feelings. Will I lose more? Will I not? I'm thinking about betting all. But on which side, that is the point. That being said, we'll be heading into the spectator delay. There we go. Spectator delay, welcome. Now Twitch said your chance to shine, like you're on stream. Say hi. Most likely also, given the time being, you should put in your bets because betting closes after 10 minutes. So I'm still undecided if I want to give it to CE Mist and believe in their early game, or if I want to give it to Overstorms and believe in just their better overall composition. If they manage to just survive, they will be just fine. If they, however, die once or twice to any of the Sin, the Rumble, or even the Zed, like, these are champions that can snowball pretty hard. And also this bot lane is really impressive on the sides of CE Mist, but then on the sides of Overstorm, of course, you have the double ultimate that are gonna lock people down in place and make sure there's a lot of damage traded. So, well, let's just go for the sake of the Z pick, which I like, and the Sin. Let's go with bet red all, and then let's find out 10k on the red side. This will even out the bets a bit and give you guys some points if you are correct with the betting, and of course opposing my bet. But I'll just get it all back. But yeah. 1 minute and 45 left here on the spectator delay, and then we will be aware of what these guys have chosen for runes. Especially looking at the Z and the Sin here. It's very common to run Conqueror on Lee Sin, but I think given the opportunity of having an early game, I would go for the Electrocute here. Or even for Dark Harvest, but Dark Harvest is not played so often on Lee Sin. Really just if you have a low elo game where you can like pop off. But yeah, Electrocute wouldn't be surprising on Lee Sin in this game actually, even though the Conqueror is the most common one. Into looking to close out games early on. There we go. 40 seconds remaining. Misfortune, Leona, bot lane versus Varus and Nautilus. That one is actually the only lane I would say is kind of even. Misfortune having a bit of an early lead, early advantage, but then again, Varus and Nautilus are not be counted out of the picture because these guys are definitely some heavy damage and CC chaining champions. In the jungle, I think Graves is going to have a hard time against Lee Sin if Lee Sin plays it correctly. And in the mid lane, very skill matchup. That versus Orianna. Orianna, good champion against assassins, not the best against Zed, but has the ability to bully Zed early on until he gets his shadow. And I would say like reaches the level 6 point. But yeah. CE Mist Overstorms 1-1. So definitely looking to win this game on both sides. Very high gamble on the CE Mist side with this Lee Sin Z pickup. But then again, the Rumble and Misfortune are definitely some champions that can pop off late game as well. So all comes down to how they play out the early game. Now, looking at this, Womble running the Comet here in the top lane, Lee Sin running the Conqueror, no Electrocute coming through here. Mid lane, of course, Ignite on the Z as well as an Electrocute, and Misfortune running here, Leona running Exhaust, Varus running Comet actually, so that might be an indicator for lethality Varus, as well as Cleanse, and the Nautilus running Aftershock, so does the Leona, and in the top lane we'll be having Conqueror on the Silas, as well as Phase Wash on the Graves, and the most surprising part to me is the Airy on the Orianna. So we have been loading into the game, and besides a bit of HP trading. So both junglers, once again, this has been the trend of this series. Both junglers starting on the bot side, getting assistance by their bot laners. And yeah, the most interesting part is going to be this jungler here. We will have to look at how the pathing will be going ahead from now, because Lee Sin has the ability. Hold on. Okay, there's some love taps here from the supports, but yeah, Lee Sin has the ability of invading the Graves early on. Graves has the ability of full clearing safely if he has the necessary ward coverage by his team, as well as priority in lanes. And there we see already this top lane. And this is why you run this Conqueror on, sorry, not the Conqueror, this Corrupting Potion on the Silas early on. He's so weak. You need that potion just to stay alive. And also to trade against a Rumble who will just burn you over and over again. Wait, what do you mean stream has been offline? I didn't see it go offline on my end, but okay. As long as you guys are here now for the game, that's all that matters. And as we just missed the first gank of the game, Sin visiting this mid lane, but besides the barrier that was actually used very early on, I think, in the game, unless that's a spectator bug. Oh, Graves now spotting Lee Sin in the jungle, but Rumble has the priority actually. Rumble is behind enemy tower. So, if we have a look back at this, you hitting, but no follow-up coming too. Yeah, well, no kills coming through here. 4 minutes in nearly, so not that bloody of a game than the last time around. This top lane is really where the spicy fights are at, because these are the only guys trading so far. The Sin has been spotted on the Tribush ward there. That's why the ping's coming down immediately by the Silas. He's making sure, and there's a pause. I'll be investigating what exactly the reason for that pause is. But yeah, stream going offline was definitely not on my end. I mean, I didn't like go offline on my own. It's just reconnected, I guess, after a few seconds. Not quite sure. We will be heading right into a little bit of a... There you go, let me just figure out what it was. Okay, all fixed. Back to the game. So Lee Sin here in this top side has been spotted. He's gonna get engaged on by the Silas, and Silas is running out of mana, but so far he's gonna get dangerously low and actually flashed away, but he's gonna get taken down nonetheless. Silas securing that kill for himself. In the end, the Conqueror stacking definitely helping him out, and Lee Sin, this is not what you want to do, man. And he's gonna flash aggressively onto the Rumble here, even forcing the flash from that one, but he will get away. Oh no! He's gonna get the kill, and Silas is gonna die to minion. Yes, he... Ooh, that is such low HP. He's gonna die to the tower just to not give over the kill to the Lee Sin there, but that's 2 kills in favor of the Rumble. That's so good for him. Not quite sure why he didn't just teleport out, but yeah, 2 people dying there for the Rumble. Very, very greedy by the size of Overstorm. Taking it 2 for 2 in kills, and now the game just crashed. Hello? Not sure. Game, hello? League of Legends? Are we still live? Story time. Okay. We are back. Not sure what that was. No, I did not press pause. Cool. I didn't touch anything. For your information, I'm not touching a lot doing in-game. I'm just like scrolling out and in. That's all. Doubts. Yeah, I didn't touch anything. I just pressed escape there and then it started again. But that was weird AF. But yeah, top lane. Rumble now in a really beautiful position. But also the Salas, he got 2 kills from that as well. So definitely not feeling bad about this. And now he's gonna get re-ganked here. Not respecting that his flash is down. Gotta get killed once again. Silas 3-1. This is exactly what you wanted to avoid. You see, he missed. But yeah, I agree with Twin there and Twitch said that MF versus Varus wins, but I don't think that is the issue here. I think Overstorms are winning in every other lane, and that is kind of the biggest issue. But there we see this bottom lane matchup actually. The exhaust coming through here by the Lona. A lot of damage traded onto. Ooh, flash forward here by the MF just to get the extra order in. And they will pick up the kill as well as the Ocean Drake here. So 3-3 in kills. And nice Ocean Drake off the bat as well, just to make it a bit more even and make up for this top lane camp. Interestingly enough, we have actually, yeah, if you look at this right now, so at the Dark, of course, since I was going the lethality build, and we have started coming through here on the MF, as we see just top lane, a bit of trading going down, but that was the Silas ultimate, yeah, used on the Rumble, so he has a good ultimate available to either clear the wave, put some damage down, doesn't really cost him anything. That's the Rumble ultimate, he's gonna go for the wave clear, looking to roam. Not quite sure if he's looking to get a vision in because his warding cooldown totem is still in cooldown. The Synder's bottom lane has not been spotted just yet. They have good ward coverage, and with Graves' recall, actually no, Graves cancelled his recall. Now going back into the recall. Face checking here for the vision. The wave is in a really good position for gank right now. It's pushing towards the mist, and there we go. We see them pulling the trigger. No flash on Misfortune, but on the enemy there's still a flash. They will flash away, but yeah, Nautilus still falling here to the hands of the Leona there in the end. But that was a good and successful gank by the Lee Sin. He would have loved to get that kill for himself, just to snowball a bit harder. But the kill is kill, so no complaints. And with that wall being cleared, we now see Zed and Lee Sin moving in. They were looking towards the Varus if he's gonna stay. He's gonna hide in the bush just to get some experience, but he's just out of range. And actually, with all this roaming, you can see so much damage coming through. You can see the difference here in levels in the mid lane. Level 7 to okay. Leona flash forward. Don't know if misclick or intentional, but it looked weird for sure. Oh, Zed is in a lot of trouble right now. He's gonna get even taken down here, flat lane. Once again, dominating this mid lane. So since this guy has not been playing Syndra, he has been losing the matchup pretty hard. And now even gets taken down on the Zed that he picked against the Orianna. It's definitely not what you want to see if you had your bet, like me, on the CMS team here. On the other side, we do see the Herald being picked up here on the top side, and once again, Rumble is going to be the guy that's going to get punished for overstepping, not respecting the enemy's vision, nor their positioning, and once again, falling to the hands of the enemy here. Orianna picking that one up, making her 2-0 now. very, very scary to deal with if you are the Z player here. And yeah, yes, Zed is close to finishing one of his items, but what will it really do for him? Not gonna get any advantage early on. You can see an attempt here of stealing away the blue buff, so Graves looking towards this blue buff here as Zed might find him. He does not decide to check it, so still might be completely in secrecy. As well as now in the top lane once again, a gang coming through here. This Rumble is under constant pressure. Not gonna get to farm in peace at all. Oh, the Zed moving up here in the river. He's gonna try to at least help the Rumble out a bit. But there's a few pings, there's nothing happening. Most interestingly though, overall the gold is very, very close, but if you look at the different lanes here, we can see the big discrepancy in the mid lane, as well as in the jungle and in the top lane. All three of these lanes actually very comfortable position, nicely ahead, the mid lane obviously being the biggest discrepancy, and then the bot lane you can see MF actually doing a good job at staying ahead of Varus. 45 and kills, 11 minutes into the game. Lee Sin once again wandering into this mid lane. Now, grouping on this Infernal Drake that's about to spawn in 7 seconds here, they're gonna look to contest at least the objectives, even though they're kind of behind. But Graves is not here just yet. They're not even starting it right now, they're just playing mind games. Okay, now it has been started, and Zed actually going aggressive onto the Orianna, and there we see the damage from Zed. Finally, he has been able to put out some damage with the Aftershock being burned. It's a beautiful Rumble ultimate, but it's not hitting a lot of people. The MF ultimate on the other hand is beautiful. He's gonna get a kill, but her team is already vanished. All three of them are dead. Zed dead, Lee Sin dead, Rumble hands of the enemy here, and that means Infernal Drake being picked up here by the red side. Overstorms now in an even better position than before. Now the Graves even opting into some counter jungling here. Will heavily favor the Overstorms lineup right now. They have a 4k gold advantage, which is pretty high considering 12 minutes into the game. The biggest discrepancy and most scariest thing must be the top lane here, with the Sylas being 5-1 and double item already at 12 minutes. That is just such a scary looking Sylas. He has the ability of one-shotting pretty much any of the carriers at some point and surviving and healing for so much damage. But not all hope is given up. You see this in here trying to actively getting some vision into the enemy side. Ooh, Wumble actually getting help from Zed here, but Zed ultimate used against the own assassin here, and ooh, okay, that was such a left and right and back and forth, but Zed in the end stays alive, manages to dodge the powered auto attack by the Sylas, and therefore will live. But Snaze is here and he has an ultimate. It's not gonna be enough since he's gonna be hiding behind tower and Zed has the flash available. But yeah, very good roaming here by Zed, finally getting something done, hopping the lane that is the most behind. A lot of things coming through here. That's it, and teleport coming through there on the top side. You'll be seeing here now kill already going over actually to the Orianna. It's just gonna blow up the Lee Sin. Even staying alive, but then will be taken down by the Rumble in the end. And oh my god, Graves dodging into the Leona E here, getting stunned up right after. Double heal and flash used there, just to get yet another kill onto the Fiora. Misfortune. Misfortune now 3-0-2. Very comfortable position. And with her being the more standard AD carry here, not opting to the lethality, but actually the on-hit damage build. And of course the ultimate doing a lot of damage. She will be favored in teamfights if she has the position and time to get off her abilities. But yeah, I think the biggest difference here might be even the mid lane tower falling. Opens up the map quite a bit for the side of Overstorm. And interestingly enough, we did not have a Herald being picked up this time around. The mid lane tower has fallen just by the account of Orianna auto attacks and minions. Is now finally, speaking of Herald, it has been started by Lee Sin, but I think he was just trying to kill the vision. Orianna is gonna take down yet another kill, and people just don't respect Orianna, man. Like, Flatline has been very, very consistent on his last pick on the Azir. Didn't die once, and now on Orianna he just makes it yet again. Really, really good show. Just showing the enemy how it's done. And with the Herald being the focus here. They actually forced off it, and now we see Zed ulting defensively just to stay alive. He might even go down to the Ignite, still manages to survive on 1 HP. And now the Golden Leona, the stopwatch he used just to maybe stay alive, but nobody's able to help her. Our HP bars are so low on the sides of the mist, and besides the Herald, they didn't really get a lot from that team fight.
Don't die yet. That was only a warning shot.
We see next tower falling here in the favor of Overstorms, just picking up tower after tower. 2 towers in their favor already. Now the next Drake as well. The objectives all going in their favor. The only thing they have lost so far is the Ocean Drake and the Herald, which we see now being procced here in the mid lane, just to return the favor. Getting one of the tier 1s here. Drake traded for tower. That's a Rumble ultimate, beautifully used on top of the MF, but it does not manage to kill her just yet, as the Leona now turns the favor here. Ooh, flash forward here by the Zeds. He's gonna ult and dodge a lot of damage. Nautilus being the next one. And ooh, good MF ultimate, but it's interrupted by the Orianna ultimate here in the end. And HP bars are so low inside of C Mist that Salas can just come in and sweep away the Rumble. So overall a 2-for-2 trade, which is a good trade for CMS considering how far behind they have fallen. But it's not optimal looking at how good that engage was. Now looking back here at the itemization, he sees Silas opting into this Zonia's next, so he's really going to be unkillable as soon as he completes that. Not only does he heal for a lot, but also he goes golden in the meantime after him using his W, waiting for it to come back online and then using it again. Also on the Varus here has the Umbral Glaive, sorry. Lovely lethality damage coming too. And yes, the Leandris is completed on the Rumble, the Duskblade is completed on the Zeds, the Essence Reaver on the MF, but I don't think it's enough to just straight up 5v5. You don't get a pick early on in this team fight, especially onto the Orianna, it will be very, very tough to contest. Minutes in, 10 to 14 in kills, and the 3k gold lead in favor of Overstorms. And that tells us how the last minutes of this game has been going. Ultimate being used here by Nautilus, and as well as the Orianna here, just looking to get a nice and easy pickup here. I mean, it's just cooldowns after all, and if you get a kill for it and some pressure, and most likely a mid lane tower here, deciding on how they group up now, that is a good trade-off. Yeah, it's a 2v2 in the mid lane here, and Nautilus Watt actually blocking off the Misfortune from moving directly to the tower, so some damage can be done. Yeah, forces the Misfortune all there in the end. Leon ultimate going wide, slowing the Varus, not really doing a whole lot besides that. And Zed gets a tier 1 in the bottom lane. Orianna the tier 1 in the top lane, so towers traded across the board. And no teamfight happening just yet. You see now Leona coming back from the base, as well as Rumble ultimate used aggressively here onto double carry here, the Graves and the Varus being picked off, as